Alright, welcome race fans. We are here tonight with NORC, and got to give a shout out to our sponsors here tonight, in part Rustic Decor, PPCS PC Water Cooling, and HRE Motorsports. That's who this broadcast is brought to you by, so congrats to these guys. Have worked their way into this round here for the championship. The number 74 of John Barry, the number 28 of Cody Miller, the number 1 of Jared Darling, the number 3 of Femi Olat, and the number 59 of Bobby Cheney that have worked their way to this championship, folks. It's come down to those 5 drivers. And these guys are ready to go out here on Kentucky. Stage racing here tonight, folks. Remember that. 60 laps for the first stage, 74 for the second stage. 134 laps here on the Kentucky ice skating rink, as I like to call it. And I'd like to give a warm welcome and a shout out to the Lombard Nation in chat. Welcome there, guys. Good to see everybody out here tonight supporting their driver, Joseph Lombard. And we got a lot of other nations, I believe, in chat too. I don't think it's just Lombard Nation. We had some other ones in there as well a couple weeks ago, so hopefully we'll see them back. About another minute here, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back after that. But again, thank you for joining us, folks. Please do hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up on the video. We'd appreciate it. All right, folks, we'll be back right after the national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, we're back. Qualifying is underway, and right now, Aaron Smith. Oh, I take that back. Caden Henry just went to the top of the leaderboard. And now Aaron Davis takes that over. Josh Robin, it's switching up. Femi Olat, lots of guys bidding for that top spot. I think it's going to be some good racing out here tonight. The track does look like it does look pretty good. Doesn't look to be all that slick like it usually is here. I know those of you that have raced at Kentucky, it can be pretty treacherous. That's why I call it the ice skating rink, Kentucky ice skating rink, because it can be pretty slick. Hopefully these guys got a pretty good grip on it here, though. Might try to get a word in here with one of our champion drivers. If I can. I'm just kind of looking here to see who's out there actually qualifying right now. I don't really want to ruin their qualifying round, but oh, there's some contact. Whoops. Good save. But we've got John Barry, Cody Miller, Jared Darling, Femi Olat, and Bobby Chaney bidding for the championship here tonight, folks. So, and the races are winding down. I believe there's only 2 more races after tonight, if memory serves. Gosh, I can't remember. I'd have to go look at the schedule again, but I do believe there is only 2 more races after tonight. Give me a minute here. I'll see if I can pull up the schedule. I have to actually look myself because I can't remember. What I did with that schedule. Now, let me see if I can find it. I guess I don't have it here. It's on Facebook. I think there's only 2 more races after tonight, though, folks. 2 more weeks, and they'll crown a champion. They're going to be off for a little while before they start up their next season. I think their next season starts November 14th. So you can mark that on your calendar, starting the next season. I do have that schedule handy here. Yeah, November 14th will be starting out at Daytona for 100 laps, so that'll be good. So yeah, they'll be off here for just a couple of weeks after 2 more weeks here. I think they got 2 more weeks of racing. Then we got the holidays in there and all that. So, all right, well, let me see if I can get one of the guys that's running for the championship here. Let me see if I can find one of them here. Well, you know, we don't get to talk to John Barry much. Let me get him down here and see if I can talk to him. John Barry, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, ready.
Well, John, you're in the bid for the championship here with only a couple of races left, right? 2 races left after tonight?
Yeah, 2 more after tonight, Daytona and Homestead after tonight.
Right. Okay, what's your plan here tonight?
Not to die.
Not to die. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not all that fast right now. I'm kind of surprised by that. I'm kind of liking a lot of speed. So I'm kind of going to start in the back, because if I qualify, I'll be like right in the middle of everyone. I don't want to be in the middle of everybody, so I'm just going to be in the back, let everyone take each other out, then slowly move my way up to the field. I've been doing that here for like the last month or so. It's been working pretty good, so I want to try that again tonight. Yeah, it's kept you in the chase here, so that's pretty good, John. Well, how's the track feel? Is it a little slick out there, or does it feel pretty good? I don't know, like on new tires, it's just really, really tight. And about once we get 15 laps on the tires, I notice it is slide just a little bit on corner exit. but you really kind of have to really be turning the wheel a lot off corner to kind of make the thing sideways. So I'm not a big fan of how it drives. It feels like it just bogs down too much in the middle of the corner. I wish it was a little bit looser, but it is what it is.
Yep. All right, well, good luck tonight, John. We're going to try to get a word in maybe with another champion or two here, and good luck in your Chase Championship.
All right, thank you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, let's see if we can get the only other one. Well, we got Cody Miller. Let me see if I can get him down here. Cody, you got a copy?
Oh, hi.
Cody, you're fourth in qualifying right now. You're in the championship running. What is the plan here tonight, and how does the car feel?
Well, the plan is to hopefully stay up front and stay away from all these other drivers that I'm not too sure how to race around. And the car feels pretty good. It's you know, I think we'll have some fun if we can stay out of trouble.
Well, they're saying it might be a little bit tight going into the corners with new tires. Is that what you're feeling?
Well, it's a little tight, but it's not, you know, nothing, you know, extraordinary. It's drivable, definitely. I like to drive tight cars more than loose cars, so it doesn't bother me too much.
Very cool. I know you don't want to give away all your secrets here tonight, but are you thinking about maybe kind of like splitting up that first segment, stopping like on maybe lap 30 and taking fresh tires and then continuing on to lap 60?
Well, in all honesty, I haven't really thought too much about like my strategy. We're just gonna play it by ear, see how like if, you know, the cautions fall, and we might split it up, but I'm not too sure at this point. We'll just see when the time comes.
Yeah, see how cautions will fly and everything. So, all right. Well, good luck out there, Cody, and good luck in your run for the championship, brother.
Yeah, well, thank you, Rudy.
Yes, sir. All right, one more champion I got in here. Let me see if I can get him down here. Jared Darling, do you have a copy? Oh.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, Jared, I know you're out here qualifying right now, but you're one of the fast guys. You're up front. Seems like every week. The truck seems to be working very good for you this season. You're running in the championship, and only 2 races left. Man, what do you got to do here tonight to try to pull out a win?
Well, right now in P10 for qualifying is not really what I had planned. I know, you know, top 10's decent, but I want to start up front. So I'm kind of disappointed right now with this qualifying run. But hopefully we can get up to the field. With how this, you know, the playoff system works here, I just know I'm racing 4 other guys. So I just, you know, Femi and Bobby Chaney, and I think it's Cody Miller and John. So I know I'm racing them guys, really. You know, if I can beat them, that's a good day. So that's kind of my plan for today. It's going to be a very competitive race. Times are very close right here. It's going to be a really good race. So right now, just, you know, those guys is really what I'm worried about here. And then, you know, we go to Daytona next week, which will be anybody's game. So it's really just I'm racing those guys. That's who I'm concentrating on, really. So
all right, brother.
Like my game plan.
Good luck tonight, and good luck for your run for the championship, man. We'd like to see you pull out one.
I wouldn't mind it either. Thanks, Rudy.
Okay. All right, so going to be an interesting race, he says here tonight, with the times being pretty close. So that's going to about wrap up qualifying. It looks like Scott Sanderson's going to pull out the pole position. Femi Olat will be starting on the outside of the front row. All right, as soon as they get down here on the grid, folks, we'll get everybody accounted for. All right, starting on the pole, Scott Sanderson with a 30.992. Really close right there. Femi Olat will be starting on the outside of the front row in second. Josh Robin grabbing third. Cody Miller in fourth. Aaron Davis starting fifth. Caden Henry sixth. Aaron Smith seventh. Nick Alisi will start 8th place. Ryan Marin 9th. Jared Darling 10th. Isaiah Sutherland will start 11th. Nick Northrup 12th. Sean Williams 13th. Bobby Chaney back in 14th, one of the chase runners. Freddie De La Rosa, good to see Freddie in there. He'll be running 15th, starting 15th. Elijah Gracia 16th. Eric Hall starting 17th with a brand new paint job, hoping that it brings him better luck. He will be starting in 17th. Keaton Jones 18th. Tom Mercier 19th. Brandon Buzak. I guess it is Buzak. Starting 20th. Kyle Carpentier, he will start 21st. Corey Ott 22nd. Curtis Martin 23rd. Terrell Baker way back in 24th position. Joseph Lombard, for all you Lombard Nation fans out there, he will be starting from the 25th position. Joseph DeWisha in 26th. Benjamin Miles 27th. J.R. Smith, not taking the qualifying times, will start 28th. Hunter Combs 29th. Anthony Burrows 30th. John Barry 31st, Spencer Owens 32nd, and Scott McCann starting shotgun on the field in 33rd position. 33 trucks out here tonight. It's going to be fun and interesting. Big field. Wow. They all get lined up here. Be doubled up. Lights are already out on the pace car, so everybody knows what that means. It's race time. 60 laps we're looking at for the first stage. There is no resets here tonight, folks. You get damaged, you sit on pit road and get it fixed up, and everybody hates that. It's a long wait to get things fixed, but pit crews are hard at it. A lot of people laying back or not tightening up the field very good here. All right, pace car's in.
Ready, green, 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 green.
And there's the green, we're off and going. Scott Sanderson just inside Femi Olat. Femi's got a little bit of a run there on the high side, but Scott Sanderson comes back on the inside. Close right there. We're about to go 3 wide already. Josh Robin taking a look. And Scott Sanderson barely got a half a truck lead over Femi Olat coming to the line. Who's going to lead the first lap of the race? And it looks like Scott Sanderson will grab the bonus point on that one. Femi trying to get as many bonus points as he can. Josh Robin going to take over second. Femi slipping back a little bit. Truck got a little tight there, it looks like. Back in the field here, Ryan Marin. Back in 8th place. Jared Darling, one of the points, or the chase runners right there. He's trying to slip up through the field, and he's going to go 3 wide up the middle. Nick Alisi and Caden Henry. Caden says, I don't want no part of that 3 wide stuff. Nick Northrup. They're still 2 wide back here, folks. Haven't got single file yet. Sanderson and Robin definitely pulling away a little bit there. And 3rd place, Aaron Davis. And Femi comes up on Aaron Davis, gets him a little loose there coming out of turn 4, and gets a run and will take over 3rd again from Aaron Davis. Back in the field a little further here, Corey Ott. J.R. Smith and Joseph Lombard. We got somebody that went way back. Nick Northrup off the pace. Looks like he's been into the wall. He loses a bunch of positions there, folks. Wow, started 12th and he's back to 33rd that quick. Or 32nd. 29th actually, 30th. Not sure how that's working there. it's not picking up right for some reason. I don't know. But back up front. These front two actually pulling away from third place by almost 3/4 of a second. And we got a caution, folks. Oh, Eric Hall going around. No, not that new paint job. He caught Bobby Cheney, one of the chase drivers. That's not good. Not good for Bobby Cheney. Let's go see what happened. All right. Sean Williams right behind Eric. Looks like it might have been some contact right there going into the corner by Sean Williams, and Sean continues it. And no place for Bobby Cheney to go, and he gets into the side of Eric Hall and then gets hit by Joseph Lombard right in behind him. Lombard, oh boy, not good for Joseph Lombard. I don't know, let's go back and take a look at that and ride along with Joseph here on that. We'll be able to see that happening up ahead of him. Oh, what the heck? I went to Joseph Lombard. There we go. Thought I went to him. I guess not. This is where it started getting a little ugly up in front of him. You see Bobby Cheney get into it, and Joseph looked like he didn't hardly turn the wheel enough. He was afraid to. But he's going to get damaged, and he will be on pit road, folks. Oh, my. Not good for Joseph Lombard already to be sitting on pit road. Well, we got a brand new leader. Benjamin Miles going to stay out. Did not pit. The only one that did not pit. It's like the race off of pit road. Scott Sanderson will come out first. Josh Robbins second, Femio Lat third, Aaron Davis fourth. Pretty much like they went in. Jared Darling picking up a few positions there on pit road. Cody Miller as well. These guys now up inside the top 10. But Benjamin Miles wanting to collect that bonus point. I don't know if he's going to come in or if he's going to stay out, but hey, what we're going to do, we're going to see if we can get a word in here with Scott Sanderson. See if we can get him down here to the booth with me. Scott Sanderson, you got a copy?
Yeah, guys, Rudy, how you doing?
Good. Well, how's the truck feeling out there? And boy, you got some tough competition right on your tail.
Oh yeah, competition's always stiff over here at NORC, and truck's feeling touchy. Let's put it that way. It's not loose, but it's tight. It's that kind of tight where if you get on the gas just that millisecond too early and you don't catch it in time, you're gonna be up and slapping the wall. So it's gonna be hairy. Let's put it that way.
Well, it's going to be a kind of a difficult starter. You're going to be starting on the outside. I'm sure that's not where you really want to start. But you think you'll be able to get by Ben Miles up there quickly so Josh Robin don't get by you?
Oh yeah, as long as I can keep with him. He jumped in at the last minute here in the race, so he doesn't have much practice and he's on old tires.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll be able to make the outside lane work here.
All right, brother. Well, you're getting ready to go green, so good luck.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right. Eyes are on Ben Miles to see what he's going to be able to do with these older tires. He's got about 8 laps on these tires. Let's see what he can do trying to hold off to the Scott Sanderson, Josh Robin, Femio Lat, these guys back here. I don't look for it to last too long. Pace car is in. They're all speeding up already. Green is out.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Femio Lat going to go to the outside of Scott Sanderson. Wow, they're going to go 3 wide down through here. Holy smokes, man, he wants that position. Josh Robin, he jumped right in there. He's going to do away with Ben Miles right away. Wow, nice way to jump out there, Josh, and grab the lead from Ben Miles. Ben goes way up the hill. Oh, he's out of it. He actually got into the wall, and he's going to lose a ton of positions. Oh, we got a wreck in behind him.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Isaiah Sutherland going around. That brings out a caution. Let's go see what happened here, folks. Second caution of the race. Not good. Along here with Isaiah. I'm sure there was some contact. I did see some contact there, but I don't know who it was with. Nick Northrup, maybe? Nope. Or no, not Nick. Oh, right there ahead of him. It was Freddie Del La Rosa. Oh, boy. Freddie Del La Rosa looks like his truck just got really loose down there on the bottom. And he tried chasing it up the hill. And in the process, he catches up with the number 77 there of Keaton Jones. And not hit him once, but hits him twice. Also collects the 24 of Isaiah Sutherland. Freddie's able to continue on, but it does look like he does almost get into Sean Williams. Boy, I don't know how he kept it off of Sean right there. That was pretty amazing. Good racing by them guys, though. All right, we're back up here with our leader. Caution number 2 on the track, folks. Oh, somebody's out already. Joseph, you're out already? Oh, no, man. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to drag you down here to the booth, and you can fill us in on what's going on there, brother. Joseph, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Rudy.
No fixing it, huh?
Oh, no. You know what? I mean, you know, I just don't understand the bad luck I'm having. Really don't. Just,
I don't either, man. Last week and this week, it's been atrocious.
It feels like almost the whole season, it seems like. No, the last few weeks, just, I just don't understand. I'm always in the wrong place, wrong time, always in the lane that I can't even get by a wreck. And you know what? The lap before, I'm thinking, okay, let me try the bottom lane because I wasn't running that well on the outside lane. So I thought, okay, let me run the bottom lane, see if I can get any grip down there. And of course, that exact lap, there's a spin in front of me, and I have nowhere to go. So if I, you know, I don't know. I just don't know, Rudy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, look, I don't mind if it's 1 or 2 weeks in a row I'm falling out of the race, but this feels like 5 or 6 weeks in a row, and honestly, it does get to the point where it does get aggravating. And, you know, and early on in the race, not even 10 laps in, so it's frustrating. I mean, I wanted to perform well, especially now we got 2 races to go of the season after tonight. It's frustrating. I just cannot believe our luck. You know, normally I'm a calm guy. Normally I'm a calm guy in this situation, but when it happens constantly, it's just, all I just want to do is finish at this point. And that was my goal tonight. And that's what happens when you're running in the back, too. You're going to have situations like this. And, you know, I was hoping to get by it, but I had no steering at all, just trying to get around it. And, of course, I had someone to my outside, so it's not like I wanted to come up and take somebody out above me. So I'm like, I either run into the trucks in front of me or I try to get down to the apron and see if I can get by. And it just happened too quickly. I just couldn't get down there in time. So it's a shame, Rudy. You know.
Well, better luck next week there, Joseph. That's all I can tell you, man. It's, you know, Lombard Nation's pretty tore up in chat, man. They're really aggravated. So.
And you know what? That's the most frustrating part too. I feel bad for them too because you know they're always my supporters and they tune in every week and they want to see me perform very well. And you know I hate to be out of the race like 10 laps in or like not even 10 laps in. So you know next week we got Daytona. We did pretty well at the last restricted play race, which was Talladega. So we got Daytona coming up. I feel like if we just stay out of trouble, I just. Maybe we could have a shot at least maybe 1, finish the race, and 2, maybe get a top 10 finish. But you know, I just don't understand, Rudy. I just wish we had the luck.
Yep. All right. Well, better luck next week, Joseph. Thank you for talking with us, and sorry about your bad luck tonight, man.
There's no problem. I know it's part of racing, but we'll get it together soon.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, we're going back green here, folks. Josh Robbins, Scott Sanderson on the front row. Josh blinking a little bit there. Hey, what, we'll stay on Scott Sanderson. He don't seem to be blinking quite as bad. Pace car's in. Ready to take the green for the third time. Robin gets a good start. Jared Darling doing a little pushing here. Aaron Davis to the inside of Scott Sanderson, trying to bid for second. Back in the field here, Curtis Martin. Gets passed up on the outside by Nick Alisi, I believe it is. John Barry, I just seen John Barry. He's making some passing here. He's on the... Oh, there's a Playboy truck. Nice. That's Curtis Martin. Nice. Gosh, I don't think I've ever seen a Playboy on a truck. Maybe I have. I don't know. I've seen a lot of different paint job. John Barry looking good. Brendan Busek in 17th. Well, we got a lot of tore up trucks. Even one chase driver, Bobby Cheney, still sitting on pit road. That's got to be a heartbreaker for him with only 2 races left. Wow. Aaron Davis and Ryan Marin side by side. Ryan making a move to the inside here for 4th. And here comes Cody Miller up through. Caden Henrys and Femi Olap. Femi wants to get back to the front. He's clear back here in 8th place, and he wants to be back up front. Goes to the inside of Caden Henry, drives on by. Well, not completed yet, but he's trying. J.R. Smith in 11th. He does have a little bit of damage on his car. He got involved in a little side swipe there. Scott McCann started dead last on the field, folks, and already up to 12th. Go Scott. Wow, man, what a move. That is the biggest mover, folks. Picking up 21 positions since the start of the race. That's pretty good for 18 laps. Pretty doggone good. John Barry trying to get into 12th here. He started 31st, so another big mover. And there's my favorite truck right there, folks. There you go. That's my favorite truck. Krispy Kreme. Who doesn't like Krispy Kreme donuts, right? Of course, they used to be a lot better than they are now. I don't know. That's just my opinion. They used to be pretty awesome. And Josh Robbins still leading, and right now has grabbed the most laps led, beating Scott Sanderson by 5 laps here coming to the line. Leading 11 laps. Josh Robin, boy, on a mission here to try to win tonight here in Kentucky. Sanderson and Darling. Darling right there on the tail of Scott Sanderson, trying to stay right in his draft. Good job. Pulled quite a ways away from Ryan Marin now. They got about a second lead over Ryan Marin. Aaron Davis and Femi Olat in a good battle here. Caden Henry, Cody Miller, and Nick Alisi. Nick coming from 8th place. Kind of fell back to 9th, but he's been hanging in there pretty good, staying in the top 10. J.R. Smith coming from 28th to 10th. And Scott McCann trying to pick off one more position. Golly, man, 22 positions he's picked off. 21. It's Kevin Carpentier. Carpentier. I guess it is. Carpentier. Actually drove around the outside there with Scott McCann. Now John Barry did the same thing. Outside line might be starting to work in favor here, folks. Guys driving down on the bottom might not be getting the grip that upper line is. And here goes Spencer Owens getting by. So I would say that upper line is definitely the line you want to be in. Curtis Martin getting by as well. But Scott McCann just lost about 4 positions right there by staying on that bottom. Sean Williams in 16th. And Terrell Baker starting 24th up to 17th. Well, Joseph, I had you in the booth, dude. If you want, I mean, you know, it's be okay. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Well, Josh Robbins got away from Scott Sanderson. Sanderson must have slipped a little bit there. He's back, actually falling into the hands of Jared Darling now. Darling's right close to him. Only 0.3 of a second from Sanderson. Sanderson down on that low line, though, trying to work it and get back up there with Josh Robin. Ooh, we got one down off the pace there a little ways. Who was that? That was the Krispy Kreme truck. I just seen him down on a low on the backstretch. He must have towed to pit road. Well, Joseph, if you want to come down, I'll drag you back down here. Don't matter to me. Joseph, if you want to come down here, man, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm bored. I thought, hey, you know what? You work very hard. I feel like you need some help out there.
Well, thank you. I don't get that too often. Well, I do, but, you know, I'll tell you what.
See, here's the thing, Rudy. You don't invite the right people. That's
exactly. I'm going to kind of be honest here. There's certain people that I don't mind coming in the booth with me, and then there's some people I prefer not. Oh, we have a caution. Uh-oh.
Caution is out.
That didn't look good. We got 3 of them. Caden Henry. Oh, my.
Looks like Ryan Marin's involved.
Yeah, let's go back and take a look at this. 3 or 4 of them got together there. They were all racing around each other. Caden Henry, Cody Miller, I think he was involved in it. The 26 of Ryan Marin. I'm not sure who got into who or what happened here, but we're about to find out. Oh, yeah, right up underneath. Ryan Marin looks like he is going to try to make a run on Caden Henry. Gets into the back of him and spins him.
Wow, that was a nice save by Cody Miller there.
Yes, it was.
Get out of that wreck.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you'll probably have to turn your desktop speakers way down because I know.
Oh no! Let me tell
I know
you something.
I'm loud.
Prepared. Nah, it's prepared, dude. I got you, buddy.
Because I heard an echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep, that was my bad. I missed that one. I think we're good now.
Okay. Yeah, you don't need to hear the truck sounds. I do.
Oh yeah, you do.
But,
well, we got a lot of takers down on pit road right now.
Yeah, pit road's a flurry of activity. Looks like everybody's coming in, but a couple of lap cars, and I do see Bobby Cheney back out there on the track, which is good. He's one of the chase drivers, and boy, that was a heartbreaker for him. Benjamin Miles, first off of pit road.
How about that?
He didn't stop.
Oh, he must miss his pit box or something. Yeah, he looks like he's letting the leaders go by now.
Yeah, okay. Yep, something happened there. I'm not sure exactly what, but yeah. So Josh Robin will remain the leader. And a couple of guys staying out. Looks like Freddie Della Rosa, Bobby Cheney. These guys staying out. Eric Hall's back out on the track. It's good. A lot of guys coming back out. But I'll tell you what, that was a tough break for Cody Miller. Now Cody's way back, last one on the lead lap.
Yeah, he's running in the scoring as we said, yeah, but yeah, he should be last on the lead lap. But you know, a guy you gotta watch out for is Josh Robbins. He seems like he has a very strong truck, and I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls a win out tonight. He's been, you know, he's usually good at these mile-and-a-half racetracks, so I won't be surprised if he's gonna be the guy to beat tonight.
That's for sure. Well, I know Scott Sanderson, and I know he's a good racer, and he may be just trying to save his stuff. I don't know, because he's usually a little more aggressive than he is.
And you know what? He's probably conserving his tires because, you know, this is a rough racetrack on tires. I mean, especially with the bumps and you know, it's just this track just wears out pretty quickly on the tires. I mean, you really got to take care of them really well. It goes away about after 5 or 6 laps. So I believe right now, you know, it's still a long way to go in the race. I mean, we still got about, you know, just about over 100 laps to go. And so he's probably just saving the tires for right now and making it away. Just trying to find the right spots and find the right timing to get around Josh Robbins.
Well, he's they got about 28 to go until the first stage is over. So, you know, these guys will have to, I'm sure they're going to probably try to, now they do give stage winners, right? They have stage winners.
Absolutely. So
points for that, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Well, good double.
Josh he's not in the chase, but it doesn't mean he can't go out and get points, right?
Absolutely. You know, I mean, might as well. You got nothing to lose at this point, but you still want to go out there and do the best you can, maybe get some wins out there.
Well, Freddie D gets the iRacing way by. They're starting to double back up. The lights are out on the pace car, and we're going back green flag racing this time, starting on lap number 34. And on lap 60, they will throw a caution, folks, for the first stage.
Yeah, and you know what? The driver you gotta watch out for is John Barry. He started in the very back of the field, and he's moved himself up into the 7th spot. So don't be surprised if you find himself up in the top 5 or maybe in the top 3 for long.
Well, the biggest mover out there tonight was where was he? I can't find him now.
I believe it was Cody Miller you're talking about, maybe?
I can't remember who it was now.
Definitely wasn't me, I'll give you that much.
Well, he started dead last, and I can't remember who that was now.
That would have to be well, I just had the leaderboard. Okay, that is Scott McCann. He is running in the 11th spot right now.
Biggest mover. All right, pace car's in. And here we go, back to green.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Oh, Josh Robbins with a great restart.
Yeah, so did Jared Darling. He got a good start, too. Well, those guys...
Latch.
Spin by... Oh, no.
Femi Latch gets in the back side of him, and now there's a big wreck.
That wasn't good. Scott Sanderson was the one that got the worst end of that deal. Let's go back and watch it.
Freddie is also involved as well. Freddie is killed.
This was right after the restart. This was going into turn 1.
And that's too bad for Scott Sanderson. He has a strong truck.
Well, Femi Olat was down on his inside here. Now going into turn 1, Femi was a little wiggly there. I'm not sure why he was so wiggly.
You know what? You know what? It could be the case of, you're still trying to switch in the gears, and you go from third, fourth gear, the tires could spin, or either that, the air just gets underneath Scott Sanderson there, and he just probably lost underneath him.
Yeah, we do have somebody smoking there. That is probably. No, somebody was smoking. Ben Miles coming to pit road. He's smoking like a freight train.
Yeah, Freddie was also smoking pretty bad too. He was one that he was also another that got involved as well.
That's too bad for Ben Miles. Well, we're under caution again. Let's see if we can get somebody down here. How about we talk to Josh Robin?
No problem.
Josh Robin, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do, Rudy.
Wow, man, you are hooked up out there tonight. Tell me about it.
You know what? It's great. Qualified third. Had a pretty good qualifying there, and just I been staying up front, leading the laps. Been pretty smooth. The track is, it's tight, the track, but yeah, it handles good. And the fall off, there's like really no fall off at all. So I've been been riding. Just chilling.
Well, you better watch that guy right behind you. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, Jared. Yeah.
He wants to get that from you real quick.
Josh, you just got less than 100 laps to go. What is your strategy right now to finish up the stage?
Just stay out and just try to win the stage. I guess just really no strategy to pit before the stage ends or nothing like that. Just try to win it.
Very cool.
Well, that sounds good. Good luck out there, bud.
Yeah,
good luck, Josh. Thanks for talking with us.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Getting a lot of feedback from him, because he's probably got it through his desktop speakers, and so do you.
Yeah. You know what? I'm pretty surprised when he mentioned about not too much wear on the tires. I wonder if it's because he's trying to conserve as best as he can, or he's just trying to save the tires for the end of the stage, and then once the stage ends and they come down pit road, then that's when it's time to get aggressive.
I think his goal he just wants to stay out ahead of those guys because he wants to win this stage.
Absolutely.
Well, we still got quite a few guys. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys that have taken it behind the wall. Or 5, excuse me. I didn't have it down far enough. You, Hunter Combs, Nick Northrup, Caden Henry, and Josh DeWisha. Is that how you say his name? DeWisha?
Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Close enough. A guy you gotta watch out for too is Femi Olat. He's got a strong truck as well, and he was in the middle of the pack not too long ago, and he's moved himself up into the top 5. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see him get up to the front quickly.
Well, he's going to have to try to keep that truck from wiggling around so much. Boy, he was really wiggling bad there, almost like he was driving with a controller or something.
Well, you know what? Like I said before, it could just be, sometimes you're switching the gears, the tires could spin.
Yeah.
And, these restarts are just so tough, especially in a big packed cars like this. But either that or, just the air got underneath him, and he tried to hang on to it. And unfortunately, Scott Sanderson's was there. And, Scott Sanderson's, it looks like he's back on the racetrack right now. He has scored 17. So, you never know. He may get back into this thing later on in the race.
Right. All right, they're doubled up. We're ready to go. Green flag racing once again. And it looks like our leader has opted to start on the outside of the front row instead of the inside. So, and I like that when they do that, Joseph. That kind of shows that they know that they're the guy that gets the green flag. They're the ones that's going to start. The guy on the inside can't pass them before the line. So even if Jared does get a good start, Josh should have the lead by the time they get into turn 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh been pretty good on these restarts, and I wouldn't be surprised if Josh plays them on the restart a little bit, try to hang back and then get a good start and try to pull away from them before they get into turn number 1.
All right, well, we're about to find out because the pace car just about ready to head in. It does.
Ready, green, 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 green.
The green flag is out. Good start. Femi Olat takes it to the outside, or inside, excuse me. He tries to get a run on Jared Darling.
Yeah, once again, Josh, with another good restart, and Femi Olat taking a look on the inside, but look at Aaron Davis on the outside of Femi Olat trying to get a run up there off turn number 2.
Yes, sir. Spencer Owens, another one to come from 32nd to the front. Him and John Barry up here battling for 5th position. Golly, man, coming from 32nd to 5th. That's pretty amazing. Sean Williams, the Taylor Swift car, back into the top 10. And there's Scott McCann, the biggest mover out there, one of the biggest movers. Anyhow, I don't think he is the biggest mover right now. I think Spencer Owens is, but he's close, 33rd to 8th place.
You see Josh Robbins up on the outside, John Barry up on the outside lane trying to grab a top 5 spot, and he does. Femi Olat still trying to get by Aaron Davis for the 3rd spot.
Yeah, those guys are actually holding themselves up by racing side by side like that, because you know what, that just keeps them, it actually letting the guy right behind them, John Barry, catch up to them, you know, because they can't be as fast racing side by side.
Absolutely.
And they're losing ground to the leaders too.
Spencer Owen has lost the spot to John Barry just a lap ago, and now here comes John Barry to the inside for the 4th spot on Femi Olat.
Yep. And John said he wasn't very fast out. He was just going to let the race come to him. But boy, he's really picking up some positions now.
Wow, he just got a little bump from the back from Femi Olat, and pulled it up the slide job in front of Femi, and now here comes Spencer Owens to the inside. John Williams coming into the picture as well.
Wow. Boy, Spencer got really tight there in the corner, had to lift, and that let Sean Williams get by on the outside. So, you know, I've been seeing this as the race has been going on, Joseph, that outside line seems to be a whole lot faster than the inside line right now.
You know, when the tires start wearing down, that bottom lane has just got no grip. You want to try to move around and look for lines to run, and, you know, it just seems like the outside lane, the middle lane is coming into play, and that's where it seems like most of these drivers are running right now, because they're just trying to find some grip out there.
See, you know, they're kind of like staying about maybe a lane up off of the bottom. They're not quite going clear to the yellow line. They're staying about 1 lane up off the bottom. And I think that's where, you know, probably, and as the race goes on, that line might start working up even higher. You know, it might be about mid-track.
Absolutely. Looks like JR. Yeah, it looks like JR Smith is trying to go for the 7th spot right now on Spencer Owens, but just can't quite get there.
It feels really shortened up a lot. Here's Scott Sanderson still trying to work his way to the front, passing up Scott McCann, and comes up on Elijah Gracia. We haven't even talked about Elijah tonight. Here he is running in 11th place.
Yeah, but he's about to get freight train from the bottom lane from Curtis Martin and Cody Miller. Tyro Baker has just moved himself up to the top 10 as well. Whoa!
Yeah, that was close. Sanderson almost got into the back of him.
Whoa,
oh, 3
Curtis,
wide. Curtis Martin. Wow, somebody had to give. And Elijah's going to be the one to back out of that.
It doesn't look like they backed out that much, but you know what? Elijah is just like, no thank you.
Yeah. And here comes Corey Ott. He wants in on this picture here.
Scott Sanderson just moved himself up into a nice spot game on Baker.
Yeah, Scott's a good racer. And Trucks, I think Trucks is probably his forte. He's, I think, best in the trucks out of anything that I've ever seen him racing.
I'm sorry, Rudy. I thought Cody Miller and Tyro Baker was going to get together coming off 4.
Oh, well, he cleared him. Well, Aaron Davis did get around. Jared Darling goes into 2nd. We missed that pass. But he is about 1 second off of Josh Robin now and closing.
Yeah, Josh Robbins right now has got a second lead over Aaron Davis. I mean, Josh Robbins just a very strong truck early on in this race, but you know, he's just trying to win the stage, and we'll just see if he can have the strong truck for the second stage.
Well, they're taking lap 48, so they got about 12 laps to go here to finish up the first stage of the race. Looks like Aaron Burrows sitting on pit road, Eric Hall on pit road. But Bobby Chaney's still out there trying to pick up as many positions as he can. He is 20 laps down after getting involved in that wreck. One of the chase drivers. That's very unfortunate for Bobby Chaney to get knocked out of it like that. Golly. Brendan Buzak. I don't know how you say that. Buzak, I guess.
Yeah, like I said, close enough. It starts with a B, right?
Yeah, Buzak. Back in 21st.
You know what I've noticed between the battle between John Berry and Femi? You know, it seems like John pulls away going into the corner, but Femi gets that good run off the corner, and that's where it's going to be Femi's strong suit. If he can get a good corner, he's going to get a run off John Berry off turn number 2 or 4, and I feel like Femi is going to get by him sometime in the next few laps.
Caution somewhere.
Oh, we got a caution on the racetrack.
Oh, right there, and that was Curtis Martin going around.
Yep, Curtis Martin's around.
Wow, right in front of traffic too. Just got a little tap there, I think, from Ryan Marin. Let's go take a look here. Yeah, Ryan Marin was right behind him. I think Curtis got a little tight coming out of the corner and kind of checked up a little bit, and Ryan Marin just got into the side of him.
Yeah.
Just a racing incident. That's what I usually always say. Curtis did come down, but boy, I'm telling you what, Ryan Marin went way up the hill after him. He did. He just went right up the hill after him. But good thing, he doesn't got a lot of damage.
And that's what's so tough. I mean, you know, you're running the bottom lane, and it's just so, you know, sometimes it's just so tight down there. You're just trying to hold the truck down the bottom of the racetrack, and it's just very hard to do so, especially when you get on these worn tires. So, you know, it's just one of those instances like we saw early on with Femi Olat and Scott Sanderson. You know, Ryan Marin just lost it underneath Curtis and trying to hang on to it.
Well, I think we need to talk to Sean Williams here. I don't think any of these guys are going to pit. We'll see if they do.
You know what? Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these guys do pit, try to get the fresh tires so they can try to get some stage points. And it looks like everyone's coming down pit road.
Wow,
I'm pretty surprised with everyone, honestly.
Yeah, I am too. Very surprised that all these guys come down pit road. Well, I was going to try to get a word in with Sean Williams there, but once they get off the pit road, I will. See when he's down and away here. We'll.
Oh, Aaron Davis looks like he took 2 tires, and Femi looks like he's going to take 2 tires as well, and Josh Robbins is going to come out of pit road in 3rd. And we got a side-by-side battle for 4th, and looks like John Berry's going to beat Jared Darling out pit road for 4th.
Very good. Well, let's see if we can. Sean Williams, you got a copy?
Hey, Rudy.
Well, lengthy stay on pit road there. What happened?
On that last restart, we kind of like, I guess, accordioned a little bit, and it gave me a little damage, so I wanted to go ahead and fix it. It was only 10 seconds, but I wanted to take care of it.
Yeah, good idea. Well, man, I'll tell you what, you're all the way up inside that top 10. That's got to feel pretty good. You must have had a good running truck right there.
Yeah, I think I started like, I think the top half, worked up some, and then on one of the cautions I kind of screwed myself over and had to go to the back, and was able to work myself back up there again. That's one of the reasons I figured I would go ahead and just fix my damage, hopefully I can get back up there again and not get caught up in anything. The truck's pretty tight though.
Well, that's what everybody's been saying. It's a little snug out there.
Yeah, it seems, I think in like the first, I guess maybe 8 to 10 laps, I'm not so great, and then after that I start making up ground on people, so I'm hoping for, after the stage is over, we'll get a nice long run to the end.
Don, you know, we've seen especially after 8 to 10 laps, like you've mentioned, that the truck seems to get very loose or very tight on the bottom lane. How difficult is it down there?
It's pretty tough, and I mean, as you know, Joseph, as bumpy as this place is, it's kind of difficult anyway. So I've been kind of just backing off the corners a whole lot, especially 1 and 2. I feel like I'm the best with my exit off of 2, so I kind of like just lift and then wait for it to just kind of roll in there, and then I can just gas it off the corner. That's the way I'm getting around here anyway.
Well, good luck out there, Sean.
Yep, good luck. We're going to let you get back at it.
All right, thanks, guys.
You were up there with Jared and them?
Nah, I got TeamSpeak up here. I got it.
All right. Well, Aaron Davis is our leader now.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like he just took the 2 tires, and you know what? I mean, the stage is going to end within the next few laps, and so might as well take advantage, take 2 tires. Femi Olat looked like he did the same thing as well. So
yes, he did.
Could be an interesting restart.
And them guys right behind him, Josh Robin and John Barry, they took 4 on that pit stop. So, oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, I you know what? I'm not quite surprised with the 2 tires move, honestly, because I mean, we're not that far away to the stage caution, and so you might as well just take advantage and try it out, try to experiment a little bit, and maybe when it comes down to later on in the race, like with round less than 10 laps to go, see if the 2 tire strategy will pay off.
Well, they're going to have about 5 laps here before they throw the mandatory caution of the first stage. So if they can hold them off for 5 laps, Joseph, I think then what they did was the right thing. But it's all for track position right now to get this. I think it's going to be tougher between Aaron Davis and Femi Olat. Femi wants that. He wants that stage win. That would really help him out tremendously in the point.
Oh, absolutely. And Scott Sanderson, remember, he wrecked not too long ago. He's back up to the 7th spot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some good guys out there right now still. Pace car's in.
Ready, green.
Wow, Aaron, I don't know if he was trying to hold him back or what there. Man.
You know what? It could be just you're on 2 tires on the restart. You're gonna have a little trouble than the guys behind you on 4. So maybe it's just he spun the tires just a little bit. But it looks like he's gonna hold off Femi Olat coming off turn number 2.
Yeah, good deal. Josh Robin, he wants his stage win. He wants to put that notch on his belt. So does Jared Darling. John Barry could really use it in the points. He's back in 5th place right now. He is one of the chase drivers. Him and Femi Olat and Jared Darling. There's 3 chase drivers right here in the top 5.
Look at Josh Robbins making a move on Femi right there, but he's going to get tight.
Oh, man, he got tight. Wow. How did he keep it off of Femi Olat?
And look at all that momentum he lost. Here comes Jared Darling down to the bottom for 3rd.
Yep, he sure did lose a bunch of momentum.
Oh, but then Jared Darling couldn't hold the bottom lane. Now the crossover move about to happen with Josh Robbins.
Yeah, he drove it in there just a little bit too hard, and that wash up there coming out of 4 really hurt Jared. And Josh got right back around him.
It just seems like Josh Robbins can't hold the bottom lane as good right now, as he's going to get a shot from the back from Jared Darling, and John Barry's just watching it all unfold in front of him.
Well, they just got to collect 3 more laps here at the line, folks, and that will end the first segment. They will get a mandatory caution, and everybody's going to probably welcome new tires again. But Joseph DeWisha back out on the track, and Eric Hall. Now, I think Eric, I was looking at his truck here a little while ago. That thing's kind of going cattywampus around the track. But he's just trying to get positions is all he's trying to do. Hey, if the truck's still driving, all 4 wheels turn, why not, right?
I'm pretty surprised how well the 2 tire strategy is holding on for Aaron and Femi, but watch out. Here comes Josh Robbins with 2 laps to go in the stage, right up on the back bumper of Femi.
Yeah, he's trying to make them loose, If you get right to him like that, sometimes it'll make them a little loose. I'll have to lift them, especially some of these drivers only taking 2 tires, Femi and Aaron Davis. And here goes Josh to the inside. He's gonna wash
up. Oh my
up
goodness!
Femi.
He's just having so much of an issue just holding that bottom lane right now.
Well, Femi kind of forced him down there. He's doing just what he needed to do right there too. He's keeping him pinned to the bottom. And Josh has got to use that bottom. He comes up. Oh my goodness! That made Femi check up.
And here comes Jared Darling for second.
And he got the run right there because Josh, that little bit of contact between him and Femi is what kind of knocked the momentum out of Josh's truck.
Gonna be side by side for second, but Aaron Davis gonna get the stage win.
Caution somewhere.
And there it is, Aaron Davis grabbing the stage win number 1 right here, folks. Man, good job by them guys. Wow, that was some intense racing right there, I gotta say, Joseph.
Absolutely, and you know what? You gotta give credit to Aaron Davis. I mean, he held them off pretty good with those 2 tires. I'm pretty surprised how well they did on those 2 tires, only with 5 or 6 laps of green flag racing. But you know, it just seems like Josh Robbins' car is just a little bit tight on the bottom lane. It just seems like he just can't hold it on the bottom. So I wouldn't be surprised in this final stage that he's gonna try to maybe run the middle lane, see if he can find some grip up there.
Well, congratulations to Aaron Davis for grabbing the stage win here. That'll be a good points night for Aaron, and he's going to be looking forward to seeing what he can do in this last stage. They'll have 70-some laps to go here when they get the green flag. So,
you know what? If a caution comes out with less than 10 laps to go, it seemed like the 2-tire strategy seemed to work out pretty well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see any of that in the final 10 laps to the race if a caution happens to fall.
Yeah, you are right. That's a good point, Joseph. Yes, sir. That's a very good point.
I gotta give a lot of credit to Scott Sanderson. I mean, after being involved in that wreck not too long ago, he's moved himself back up into the top 10. He's doing a pretty good job, and it looks like Aaron Davis is going to beat Josh Robbins off pit road, and they're 3 wide for third.
Wow, that was pretty wild right there.
And I believe Kyle Carpenter got off pit road third.
Yeah, he got a third. Jared Darling will be 4th.
I think Kyle took 2 tires, however.
Yes, he did. Yep. I don't. Now, see, this was not the time of the race. I don't think would have been a good call.
No, because there's going to be like 70 laps to go once they get back to the restart. I don't know about that move unless he's just hoping maybe for some quick cautions. But other than that, I don't know about that move. Maybe he's trying to experiment a little bit too.
Could be. Well, let's see if we can find somebody down here to talk to. Somebody that's still in the race. Somebody we ain't talked to yet. Well, how about Terrell Baker? Terrell Baker, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, Rudy?
Well, Terrell, you were doing really good out there, man. That was pretty good racing.
Hey, man, thanks. I'm trying.
Well, Mom watching tonight?
Yeah, my mom's watching. You already know. Shout out my mom. Love you. Shout out my dad also. Love you, too.
Yeah! All right. All right. Well, congrats to you, man. That was some pretty good driving. You got your truck in a decent position right now. And the truck looks like it's in pretty good shape. Don't have any dents or anything on it, I don't see.
Yeah, I just got a speeding penalty, though, but we'll see. I'll probably be able to get back up there, so we'll see what happens.
Hey, Tyrell, you may recognize his voice up here, bud.
Whoa, Joseph! What's up, brother?
I'm doing good. Just been watching the race up here. Now, I see you back in 18th, and we just heard that you got a speeding penalty. You're going to be in the back of the field on this restart. What's your strategy to try to get your way back up into the top 10?
Well, what I really want to do is, I think I'm going to go hard for maybe about 3 or 4 laps just to get by all the kind of like slow people, and then I'll kind of just hang out because I think we're going to get a long run here, and then just see what happens, you know, just try to play my cards right. I got 4 aces right now, and I'm about to yell dominoes, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Tyrell, we'll be watching you from back there. Just be careful out there, and good luck, and hopefully we'll see you in the top 10.
All right, yep. Hopefully I'll get an interview later on, too. You never know. We're wrecking a lot, so.
Yeah.
No.
All right, good luck.
All right, thanks, man.
Ain't Tyrell just a great guy?
Oh, yeah, he is, man. I love him, man. He's funny.
You know, he's just a great guy. You know, just very enthusiastic, just very fun character to be around. Yeah, he's running back in the 19th spot right now. So hopefully, what he said, he's going to try to race hard in the first few laps after the restart, and hopefully he can pick up some positions. But he seemed like have a strong truck to at least run in the top 10.
Well, so far out of the race, Joseph Lombard, Hunter Combs, Anthony Burrows, Isaiah Sutherland, Nick Northrup, Freddie D's out of the race, Caden Henry, Benjamin Miles, Bobby Chaney, one of the chase drivers. He's taking it behind the wall. Ryan Marin and J.R. Smith. Right now we have 21 drivers left in the race.
Yeah, and you know what? We got to look out for Kyle Carpenter. I don't know how those two tires are going to hold up, but we'll see what he's going to do in the restart. But Josh Robbins, you know, he's going to probably have another good restart with Aaron Davis on the outside, so we're just going to see what happens here.
Here we go. Back to green. Pace car's in. Jared Darling wants to clear Carpenter.
Ready,
and there they go. Back to green. Josh Robin, one of the fast guys out here, led the most laps tonight. 43 of them in the books. And Darling does clear Carpenter. John Barry'd like to get it by him. He knows these guys know he only took 2 tires because he's nowhere near as fast in the turns.
Yep, and as you see, he is going to be dropping like raw. He's going to already drop a few positions. John Barry got by him, Jared Darling, and now Femi Olat is looking to the inside of him.
And here comes Scott Sanderson back to the front. He's made it back into 7th place.
Boy, Jared Darling just gave a bump to Josh Robbins. I mean, Jared Darling wants to get up there to the front.
Well, big closure on Aaron Davis right there, but I don't know if he can get to him. What can he do with him when he gets there? They're pretty much running about the same line almost. And Josh is going to have to be very careful taking it down low like that because, see, as you see, Jared Darling got to run on the outside there, and he's not going to be able to let Josh clear him. And that's going to be trouble right here. Here they go, coming out of turn 2.
I'm just surprised that Josh is running down there. We haven't seen him run well down on the bottom lane, so I don't know if he's just trying to experiment, find some grip right now, or he just doesn't have a strong truck like he had early on in the race. Because here comes Jared Darling for the race lead.
Yeah, he's going to take it from Aaron Davis. Boy, this is getting exciting up here in the front right now. And he does take it.
Maybe, I don't know. Aaron Davis gonna run on the outside.
Oh, man.
Jared, just that bottom lane again.
Yep.
It just seems like the middle lane is just the advantage right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's worked up from the bottom quite a bit. John Barry coming from 31st to 4th. Obviously the biggest mover out there right now.
Don't be surprised if John Barry wants a challenge for this race lead soon, but he's just watching this all unfold first. I wouldn't guarantee he's probably trying to play conservative right now, not try to race as hard. Because, Jared! Oh my goodness. Jared is doing everything he can to just get around Aaron Davis. He's just trying the bottom lane, high lane. He's going everywhere.
Well, I talked to John Barry earlier there when you guys were qualifying, and he said he didn't feel fast out here tonight. He said you never know what, it may change as the race goes on, which the track has changed a lot. We've seen it change a lot already. But he said he was just going to let the chips fall where they may, but he was going to try to get the closest to the front and ride. He wants to be ahead of some of the other chase drivers going into next week at Daytona. You've got to get every bit of points that you can tonight, because next week it's anybody's shooting match.
Oh, absolutely. Next week at Daytona is going to be a survival race. I mean, especially for the championship contenders. You got to do the best you can to stay out of trouble all race long there. So, but for tonight's race, anybody's just trying to get a good amount of points. I mean, Jared Darling is just... I tell you what, you got to be careful, else he's going to slide up right into Aaron Davis. I felt like he was about to turn Aaron right there.
We're riding along with Jared right now. See if he can make any difference here on the. He gets another run here going down the front stretch. Got a little bit of a run going into turn 1, but it's not going to be enough. He takes it way down on the bottom, and that's where he's losing.
I just don't know about that bottom lane. I mean, unless you can get a good run off the corner and get a good run down the straightaway, might have a chance, but I just don't see the bottom lane working as good right now.
Well, Josh Robin learned, because look at this. He just ran by Jared Darling on the high side.
Here comes Sean Barry for third as well.
Man.
It's just so hard running down the bottom on this race, especially when there's like no grip down there. You just it's Jared Darling!
Nice save. Ooh, yeah. He got down there just a little too low.
Down too low, yeah. Oh, and we got a caution.
Terrell Baker going around. Let's go see what happened to Terrell.
Oh, man.
No.
We were just talking to him as well.
Yeah. I hope that ain't the MaxSpeedTV jinx.
It's okay, you can always blame it on me.
There's a lumbar jinx, huh? Oh, he dove it into the corner. Boy, he tried to get a rundown on the low side. And he got into the back of the number 50 there of Corey Ott. Yeah.
Oh, and then... Jeez.
Corey saved it. I can't believe he saved that, man. He was out of shape. He saved it, though. But Terrell Baker, not so lucky this time.
That's too bad, because he did say on his interview that he was going to try to race aggressive, but I think he was being a little too aggressive.
Well, he didn't hit anything, so that's a plus. So he really didn't lose anything. He's still back the tail end of the field, but I think everybody is coming to pit road. Yep.
Comes everybody down pit road right now.
And I don't think we're going to see anybody do 2 tires. They've got a lot of race left yet. They still got 60 laps to go.
No, absolutely. I mean, I you know what? It didn't work out for it didn't look like it worked out good for for Kyle Carpenter at all. Although he still only ran back in the 6th spot, but I don't know about right now. I wouldn't think they're going to try that strategy. And it looks like Aaron Davis, once again, is going to come off pit road, as they're going to be side-by-side off pit road. I believe Femi Olag got it.
Well, Nick Alisi stays out. He wants to lead a lap. I don't think it would be advisable to stay out there too awful long, because we haven't seen guys stay out do very well, you know?
No, and you know what? Like we said earlier before stage 1 end, it was just very surprising how well Aaron Davis held him off on the 2 tires. But I would say that would be a move for later on in the race. And it looks like the 00 of Nick Alisi
stayed out.
Yeah, stayed out. You mentioned that.
Yep. Well, Aaron's going to be on his eyes now. He's coming to pit road. He says, "No, I'm not going to stay out." Not knowing everybody behind him took 4.
No, you know what it is, Rudy. He probably has the broadcast on. He probably heard us say, "I wouldn't try that out." And he's like, "You know what? Good point."
Yeah. Well, there's so many factors involved there that, you know, you could see tire spin. He could wind up taking out the whole front part of the field with that tire spin. And, you know, there's just too many factors involved. He's not going to be fast going into the turns, so he's going to be a roadblock. It's going to check up a lot of the drivers. There could be a danger involved in that, because you may get 3 wide. And we see, as we've seen, 3 wide's been kind of touch and go here tonight, Joseph.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, like I say, if you stay out on these tires, I mean, you're on the restart, you're just going to spin the tires. I mean, it's really difficult, especially when you're on no tires or 2 tires. It's just very difficult to get up in the gears. But you know, so it's very smart that he did come down pit road. It looked like he wanted to stay on maybe to lead a lap, so which is not a bad idea, but wouldn't wanting to come down pit road. And it looks like Aaron Davis having a little fun with the pace car.
I was looking at Eric Hall's truck here. It's still kind of going a little cockeyed down the track, but you know what? He's still out there racing and picking up positions.
Yeah, absolutely. He's now in the 23rd spot, 32 laps down. But man, here's the thing, Rudy. I wish I can be out there as well. It's just the
Yeah.
truck was just too damaged and all, but that's okay. You know, Rudy, I just want to, it's been a lot of fun up here in the booth with you. I'm having a good time, and I really appreciate that
Good.
you invited me up here. So, and maybe hopefully I get to do this again with you soon.
Well, no offense, but I hope not. I hope you stay in the race.
Well, of course, Rudy. Hey, Rudy. Look, I like you, Rudy, but I'd rather be out there on the racetrack. You know what?
Yeah.
When we go to Daytona next week, I want to try to run all the laps, finish up the race.
bet.
But if I ever fall out of these races again, even when we do the Xfinity Series next season, I wouldn't mind just coming up in the booth. I mean, it seems
Okay.
like people are enjoying. Man, you got a good backup buddy up here.
All right. Well, it sounds good to me. I'm always looking for somebody. Jared Darling's helped me before, but you know him. He likes to race. He's good. And he seems to get lucky. I don't know. What do you think? You maybe being a little closer to the front, maybe you would have had better luck, Joseph.
You know what? I wish
huh?
I could run up to
Yeah.
I would love to run up to the front, but it's just that you got a lot of great racers out here, and with my experience, I just got in iRacing a few months ago, and these guys been in iRacing for 2-3 years, and so I'm
more.
racing against the experience. So it's just very difficult out there, but you never know. Sooner or later in my career, maybe I could get up there and maybe compete for wins.
All right, here we go. Pace car's in, and Aaron Davis gets a good start. Femi Olat, Josh Robin.
Aaron Davis gets a good restart.
Yes, he does. Great start. Jared Darling now in the inside here of John Barry. John's just
Side by
he's
side
trying
off
to
turn number 2, yeah.
Yeah, this is good stuff here. Josh Robin now. And we've seen this for him and Femi Olat's been side by side, but boy, this is really good stuff.
Yeah, it is really good. Man, Josh Robbins getting good run on the bottom lane. He's still side by side with Femi Olat for second, and Aaron Davis keep running side by side. I might just pull away.
Yeah. Well, let's go back in the field here a little ways. Curtis Martin and Terrell Baker trying to pick up a couple more positions here. He is back. He is up to 17th. He got by Keaton Jones and Brendan Buzak. So back up front now, we've got a battle here. Boy, this is winding up to be a three-way battle here for second place.
Yeah, Josh Robbins just hanging tough on the bottom lane, and Femi Olat just cannot get by him on the outside lane. Jared Darling was right up against Femi Olat's back bumper, and Josh Robbins, he's still holding up a good fight. But it looks like Jared Darling is just trying to get Josh Robbins a bump.
Well, it ain't going to be long, though. Josh is not going to be able to hold that too awful much longer. Usually about 3 or 4 laps, 5 laps maybe, and the outside line is going to start coming around. His tires will be wore out.
Yeah, I was just about to say, his tires are probably going to get worn out by him doing this. But, he's got nothing to lose. He wants to go up there and race for the win. I mean, but it looks like the bottom lane's finally showing it right there that he just can't hold it down. Femi Olat just got by him for second. But look at Jared Darling making a move underneath Femi for second.
Now, Jared is one of the chase drivers. And he is the closest to the front right now. He'll get the most points of the chase drivers right now.
Absolutely. He's just having a good run tonight. And you know who I just noticed that's in the picture? As Jared looks like he's going to slide up just a little bit, and Femi Olat's going to get a run on the outside for second. But Scott Sanderson's back in the picture as well. He's doing a pretty good job recovering.
And also chase driver Cody Miller. Cody's in 7th.
Absolutely, and here comes Scott Sanderson trying to get in the top 5. Trying to get around John Barry, but not quite enough there.
Yeah, this is pretty good stuff. Back here, Tom Mercier. We ain't even talked about Tom tonight. He's just quietly working his way up to the front. I think he did get involved in one of them wrecks. Just a slight bump, though. I don't even see any damage on the truck. But Spencer Owen does clear him. And then Elijah Gracia right behind Tom Mercier. Tom's a good driver, man. I'll tell you what, a lot of people don't give him any credit, and he's a good driver out there. You got to beat it. Come from 19th to 11th, and he's missed all of those major accidents.
Absolutely. You know, I've raced around him too. It gives you plenty of room, and he's just respectful out there. You know, just a good racer overall. But you know, I would love if he starts competing for wins very soon. But you never know. I mean, the race, it's never over till it's over.
That's right. Curtis Martin back into 14th. Nick Alisi, 15th. He's started 8th place. Well, let's run through the top 10 here real quick for you. Aaron Davis started 5th place. He is our leader. Led 32 laps right now. Femi Olat started 2nd, running in 2nd. Barely holding on 3rd place. Jared Darling after he started 10th, one of our chase drivers. Josh Robin started 3rd, running in 4th. John Barry, another chase driver, started 31st, running in 5th. The biggest mover out there right now, I do believe. Scott Sanderson started on the pole position, running in 6th place. He did lead 6 laps earlier, but has not been able to get back to the front. Cody Miller, another chase driver, started 4th, running in 7th. Kevin Carpenter will start running, started 21st and he's running in 9th, but Sean Williams just got by him for the 8th place. Sean started 13th. And Spencer Owens just passed up Kyle, and he goes into 9th after starting 32nd. So that's your top 10 right now, folks. And Mercier closing up on Carpenter.
Looks like the top 7 trucks are all in a group. It looked like Aaron Davis was pulling away for just a little bit, but I don't know if he made a mistake or what, because Femi Olat and Jared Darling and the rest of the top 7 is closed in on him.
Yeah, he might be pushing it a little bit hard out there and got his tires hot.
And you know what? I mean, less than 50 laps to go. I mean, it's just very difficult just to try to conserve some tires when you know you got the rest of the field right up your bumper, and you know he's doing the best he can the whole model. So far, he's done a great job.
Aaron Smith back out on the track, trying to pick up a couple more positions here. He will in about 3 laps. He'll pass up 2 more guys, so that'll put him in 22nd place. And actually, his truck looks pretty good. He may just continue on. Corey Ott on pit road. Unscheduled pit stop that I think it was unscheduled.
He probably might have some damage from that incident from the last caution, so maybe he's just checking out the damage and all.
Could be, but he's back out on the track now, but he will go a lap down.
I've noticed with the top 7 in the last few laps, it just doesn't seem like anybody has been able to get around anybody in the top 7, as Jared Darling just gave the bump to Femi, just trying to get moving, you know. I mean, these guys are just single file. And you know what? As soon as I say that, now they're finally making moves.
Here goes Jared Darling. He got his tires cooled off, and he's going to make another run. He's got to quit letting Femi push him down there so low, you know. He needs to kind of force his way back up the hill a little bit.
And you know what? That's what Femi needs to do. You know, he's running for the championship as well. He cannot afford to let Jared get any more points than what he has. So, you know, with 3 races left to go and 2 more after tonight, you know, it's all on the line for the championship.
Yeah, these guys are dog eat dog out here right now. You can bet. Now, Jared did lead 1 lap, so he did get a bonus point out of that. Now, Femi has not led a lap, and neither has John Barry, and neither has Cody Miller. And those are the only 4 left in the race right now, because Bobby Chaney out for the night, and he is not going to finish well. He's going to be back in 25th position. That's not good.
Man, Josh Robbins just got to the back of Femi. I tell you what, Femi's just getting beaten from the back by a lot of drivers. I mean, you know, Josh Robbins, he's like, you know what, I'm not racing for the championship, but you know what, you guys better get out of my way, because I feel like I got a fast truck to win this race.
Yeah. That's what he's looking at. Like you said, he's got nothing to lose. He's not in the chase. But he doesn't want to take out a chase driver either. You know, that wouldn't be cool.
Yeah, that's the last thing you need is, you know, yeah, you want to race aggressive, you want to race hard to get some wins, but you don't want to make any mistakes that would cost anybody a championship. And that's the hard thing about when you're not in the championship, but yet you still want to go out there and compete for wins. It's not only you got to be careful what you're doing, but you got to be careful with the other the championship contenders, because you could just take them out easily, and you could be the guy that just ruins their chances for a championship.
Well, this is the most important race right here, because like you said, next week they go to Daytona, and it's anybody's game next week. So tonight is very, very, very important, and all these guys that are in the chase know it. They know that they've got to finish the best tonight that they can possibly finish and get the most points, because next week could come down to deciding the champion.
Absolutely. That's why it's so important to finish, like at least get a good run, maybe even a top 5 finish in tonight's race, because and you could finish the top 5 this week, then can get involved in a wreck next week. I mean, that's why it's so crucial in this race to run well and get as many valuable points as you need, so you can have a good cushion going into Daytona just in case if anything happens.
Well, Femi Olat, I see he is driving a little bit defensively right now on Josh Robin. Every time Josh kind of drops down low to make a move on him, Femi just kind of comes down there and closes that door on him. And when he comes back up the hill, he's right there with him. So he's doing a little defensive driving right now.
Well, I don't think Femi's truck is all that strong right now, honestly, to compete with Aaron Davis. That's why he's kind of having a hard time catching up to Aaron Davis. And Josh Robbins, I feel like he's got cooler tires than Femi, but Femi's doing all the blocking and defending because, for Femi, he has everything to lose. He's got to try to gain as many spots as possible and finish in the best position. Even second place finish would be a great run for him. Right. That could have a cushion for him to go into Daytona and then afterwards go into Kansas. So I mean, it's just very important to defend your spot, especially for the championship contenders.
Let's come down to Scott Sanderson and Cody Miller for 6th and 7th, and Sean Williams finds himself in 8th place. Good run for Sean tonight. Not in the championship. Him and Spencer Owens. Spencer Owens coming from 32nd to 9th. That's a heck of a run right there.
Absolutely. And it just seems like the field is just spread it out. I just seen the top 5. It's just no one's just making any passes. And I just wonder, it's just because everyone is just trying to run the same line. Like I've seen most of these drivers run the bottom lane right now. Because they're just trying to find some grip. And when Jared Darnley, I thought he was going to go in the wall off turn number 4, and he's going to lose a spot to John Berry about right here for 4th.
Well, I think what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to get through this. They got one more pit stop to make, and they're trying to get through that. Once we see that last pit stop, after that, I think we're going to start seeing the guys pushing their trucks harder than they have all night.
Oh, man, I agree with you. And, man, Jared Darling and John Berry are door to door, and they got a lap truck.
Oh, that made it interesting.
Gotta get Krispy Kreme out of the way.
Yeah, you don't want to get that Krispy Kreme donut dust all over your truck.
Man, the Krispy Kreme just sounds so good right now. I got one nearby.
Donut? That sounds really good, man.
Just any donut would be good right now. I tell you what, Femi Olat is closed in on Aaron Davis. I wonder if I wondered the reason why Femi just wasn't catching him. I wonder if he was saving his tires just a little. Oh man, and looks like Scott Sanderson's coming down pit road right now.
Yeah, some guys are maybe making their last pit stop, but we got 2 more drivers that have exited the room. Scott McCann and Terrell Baker out of the race. What?
Oh man, that's too bad for Tyrell Baker. And you know what? Just because we just saw Scott Sanderson come on pit road, I wouldn't be surprised if you see the rest of the top 5 come down pit road shortly.
Oh, I wish Terrell would have come down to the booth with us. Doggone it.
Cody Miller's coming down pit road right now. Oh, and Femi is just...
Yeah.
Man.
He's pushing it right now. I think he's trying to get just as many laps out of those tires as he can get right now.
It's going to pay him the prize because here comes Josh Robbins.
Yep, Josh just got a run on him on the outside. I think Femi just burnt them tires right up. Oh, he drove it right back into turn 3. Here comes Josh back out of turn 4.
I believe his tires are shot because he just cannot hold the bottom lane anymore. Here comes Josh Robbins again on the outside lane. Cody Miller is down pit road with Scott Sanderson too. They're going to try to get fresher tires, and these guys, they may gain some ground on this top 5.
There you go.
Rudy. He just cannot hold this truck anymore.
He is. Josh just completed the pass on him. He could drive it into the turn hard, but he couldn't hold it. And once they come out of the turn, Josh would get that run, and Josh finally cleared him. Femi was getting a good run into the turn, but he couldn't get the run out. You know, you got your choice. You can drive it in hard, come out kind of loose and slow, or you can drive it in easy and come out hard. You know, you kind of got your choice there.
Yeah, well, right now, you know, we saw Scott Sanderson, Cody Miller came down pit road. Looks like Tom Mercier came down pit road as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see shortly these guys come down pit road, unless they may have enough fuel to try and make it to the end, which I don't see that happening.
I don't think they can make it. That would be over 60 laps. You can't go 60 laps here.
The only way they could do that is, you know, just have cautions fly. But I guarantee you, if a caution comes out, you know all these guys are going to hit pit road.
Yeah, I think we're going to see these guys coming in here shortly. Because there's no way they can make it 60 laps on a tank of fuel.
If Femi Olat just once again just cannot hold the truck to where he wants it to go. He's just struggling with that truck right now.
Now think about that, Joseph. Okay, this is a 1.5 mile track in the trucks. What's about the most you've ever drove on 1.5 miles on a tank of fuel?
You know, sometimes it could be around 50, 55 laps, but you know, I mean, what we just had restart with about, yeah, it's still gonna make them short. You know, it just, you like to say, if the cautious was flying early on, like after the last restart, if we kept having cautions, then maybe they would save some fuel and maybe have a shot to make it on field. But I just don't see them doing that here, Rudy.
Yeah. Well, they were last on pit road on lap 74. Okay, so that's going to make it about 60 laps, right on the money. I just don't see it. Just don't see it happening.
I mean, we got only 29 laps to go. They're going to come to 28 to go this time by. I just don't see it. I would just be very surprised.
Yep. Well, right now, Aaron Davis has led the most laps with 54 at the line.
Aaron Davis just done a very good job tonight. Yep. I got to give him a lot of credit.
Sure thing. Josh Robin can still beat him for the most the most laps led here, because he's led 43. So, but Aaron's going to have to lead a few more here to make sure he clinches that. And here's our chase drivers right here: Femi Olat, John Barry, Jared Darling, and where is Cody Miller? Is way back in 17th, a lap down.
He was one of those drivers that came down pit road not too long ago to try to get some fuel and fresh tires. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, we saw Scott Sanderson do the same thing. If these guys come down pit road, you're going to probably see Scott Sanderson, Cody Miller gain a lot of ground on them because they have those fresher tires. But what about if these guys come down pit road now? What about later on in the race? I mean, then these guys are going to close in on them because Scott Sanderson and Cody Miller will have to warn the worn tires than these guys.
Sure thing. Well, Cody's coming up on Curtis Martin. That would be one position for him. That would be 16th if he can get it from Curtis.
If a caution comes out now, we got 11 trucks on the lead lap. If a caution comes out, Scott Sanderson will get the lucky dog.
Yeah, well, that would hurt him.
Oh, that will hurt him. That's what I'm about to say. You know, he wants this to stay green, so if all this cycles through, he could be in the best spot.
Sure thing. Josh Robin is closing in on Aaron just a little.
And I wonder if Josh Robin's just, you know, we haven't seen him really gain on Aaron Davis. I wonder if he was trying to save some of his tires.
Could be. Very well could be. Same way with Femi Olat and John Barry. I don't see these guys making it the rest of the way on fuel. I'm sorry, I just can't see them making 60 laps.
You know, they're probably just praying maybe also for a caution to come out late in the race, so it'll be an advantage to them.
Well,
I guarantee you.
Here comes the lucky dog. He's going to pass up Jared Darling, and he's going to continue. He'll be back on the tail end of the lead lap here in a minute if he can get by all these guys.
And just look at the advantage between best good tires and worn tires. I
Sure.
mean, Scott Sanderson's just blowing right by them, and oh my goodness!
Almost got into the back of Femi.
Yeah, it looked like he did get in the back for me. I don't know what that was all about, unless maybe he expected to go to the bottom lane of Femi, but Femi just didn't know which way he was going to go.
2 more trucks and he'll be back on the tail end of the lead lap. That'll put Tom Mercier in the lucky dog position.
Jared Darling going for the 4th spot on John Barry right now.
And that might be a little tougher than he thinks because John's up there in the lane where we've seen it work really well up there on that high line.
It looks like Jared's doing a good job. Maybe I might have jinxed him just a little bit, but you know, I mean, as long as if you try to get a good run down the straightaway and maybe get a good corner entry, you might be able to get by somebody on the bottom lane. But it's just tougher than, like you said, than what everybody else thinks.
Well, Sanderson going to be back on the lead lap as he passes up the leader, Aaron Davis. So he goes back on the lead lap, tail end. Got to go around the racetrack all one time to catch up to these guys. But these guys have got a pit.
Hey, you know what? I mean, Scott Sanderson, this is going to be a tough one for him. I mean, if a caution comes out, I don't think he would want to stay out, to be honest with you, and let all the rest of the field come down pit road. But, you know, you never know. I mean, he's got nothing to lose as well. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to play a gambling strategy. But we got just 20 laps to go, Rudy.
Well, 66th place, Sean Williams is 7.2 seconds behind the leaders right now. But he's a long way back there. Him and Spencer Owen still racing it up here.
Tell you what, the battle for third is starting to close in. John Barry is right there with Femi Olat, and Jared Darling is just hanging in there behind the two. Oh, Josh Robbins! Something happened to him coming off turn number 4. I wonder if he got sideways or almost got on the wall, but he's losing a lot of ground on Aaron Davis.
Elijah Gracia, 9th place. Keaton Jones into the top 10.
Yeah, we haven't heard much about Keaton Jones, but he's hanging up in the top 10 right now, so good run for him.
Sanderson actually going to be closing in on Keaton Jones here in a minute.
And Aaron Davis is just loving this right now. I mean, just him pulling away. He's got a nice 1.5 second lead over Josh Robbins, but I mean, like you mentioned, Rudy, I just don't know if these guys will be able to make it. And look at Tom Mercier just trying to get his lap back.
Yeah, I don't see him making it 60 laps on the tank of fuel.
Here comes Jared Darling underneath John Barry for the 4th spot. These two have been battling pretty hard the last several laps.
Well, thank you, Jeremy. Hey, Brandon, Hunter, Cacao Gaming, or however you say that. Alan, good to see everybody in chat. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys, as long as you're here. And give us a thumbs up on the video. Not a thumbs down, a thumbs up.
A thumbs up.
I just can't believe these guys are still going, man. I don't know.
You know what? It's either, like I said, they're just probably trying to look for a caution late in the race, or, you know, they're just praying. They're just probably praying for them to go all the way.
I don't know. I just can't see them doing 60 laps here, but I mean, they obviously know more about it than I do.
Probably so. And Jared Darling underneath the John Barry again, just battling for the 4th spot. These two are just going at it. And again, these are points. So obviously these two are going to race hard because it could make a difference in winning a championship. Winning or losing. But Jared Darling just can't get around him. Tom Mercier is just flying by. Oh, Tom Mercier got on the wall just a little bit trying to get around Femi Olat. He's doing everything he can to get his lap back.
Yeah, he wants to be back on the lead lap in case those guys have to pit or a caution does come out. He wants to be back on the lead lap. Well, that'll put Brendan Buzak. The next one, he'd be the next lucky dog. Cody Miller is not having good luck here. He just barely got by Curtis Martin, but he is in 15th. He's still got Keaton Jones to get by. But Aaron Davis with a 1.5 second lead over Josh Robin. Man, he is just on a rail here tonight. And he does clinch the most laps led, folks, with this lap right here. Nobody can beat it.
Jared Darling finally got around John Berry for the 4th spot. I mean, Jared Darling just tried to get around him for several laps and finally got it done. Aaron Davis looks like he's just continuing to pull away. He's just picking up tenths each lap.
Well, let's ride along here with John Berry for a minute and see what's happening. Well, they said you sound like Jeff Gordon in the booth, Joseph.
I ain't that great, but I'm doing the best I can. You know, Rudy, you know, I'm having a lot of fun up here. Yeah, I'd rather be out there on the track, and you know, it's frustrating not to be out there, but you know, I feel like I got my backup job ready to go here.
There you go,
you know, you gotta find things. You know, I may be out of the race, but hey, I might just find something else to entertain myself. And you know what? So far, Rudy, this has been a fun experience, and you know, I just want to thank you for inviting me up in the booth. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully, I get to do this with you again soon. Maybe not too soon. I want to race some more. I want to race some more, but hey, I might found a backup job.
You know what I always tell people? You know, the first time that they've ever come up into the booth with me like this. You know, you get to see the race from a whole different perspective, more so than what you get to see when you're in the car. You know, you only get to see what's immediately ahead of you or immediately behind you. Up here in the booth, you get to see the whole track. You get to see all the action that's going on around the track to see how people get into the positions that they're in to finish this race. You get to see the strategies. You get to see everything. See, and when you're in the race and you're driving in that truck, you don't get to see none of that.
Absolutely, you know, it is a whole different perspective, and you know, it's just a great view up here in the booth for sure. And you know, like I said, I really appreciate you inviting me up here, and hopefully, maybe I can join you again soon. Maybe, like I said, not too often. I would like to be out there racing as well, but you know, like I said, may have found myself a backup job. If you ever need a second partner up in the booth, you got me.
All right. Well, that sounds like a plan. I just want you out there racing, brother. I want you. Lombard Nation's in chat, and they're all saying, no, you need to be racing.
Absolutely. You know, they want me racing. They want me out there. But, hey, at least they still get me either way, I guess. Yeah, obviously, in the race. But hopefully, you know what, next week at Daytona, we get to turn our luck around. Maybe, hopefully, we can get a top 5, maybe even a win. So, but at least finish the race, for goodness sakes.
Well, I think John Berry's, he's done his bit here tonight. I don't look for him to pick up any more positions. I think it's going to be a 4-car pull away here now, because Jared Darling is starting to bear down on Femi Olat. And we've seen those two racing side by side a good many times. So if Jared's got anything saved up, now's the time. He's got to put the hammer down. And these guys are not going to pit. I can't believe they went 60 laps on a tank of fuel. That's got to be a new world record.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think his tires are gone. He just cannot hold on to that truck, and so he's just trying to salvage a top 5 out of this.
Yep. I'll tell you what, this has been good. Josh Robin hanging on to second like a champ.
Yeah, but he's only got 6 laps to go, and he's got Aaron Davis got a 1.2 second lead over Josh Robbins. I don't see Josh catching him.
No, I don't either. I think he's got the victory sewed up here. He's coming to lead lap number 77 for him. This is pretty amazing driving by Aaron Davis. We seen him win a couple of weeks ago, and I just heard fenders crunching. That was
I
Josh
thought I heard that too.
Robbins.
Josh Robbins.
Oh no!
You think he was pushing it too hard, trying to catch Aaron Davis?
Yep, that or he just lost concentration for a second because Femi Olat and Jared Darling just went right on by. Tough break for him.
Yeah, I mean, 5 laps to go. We're coming to 4 to go this time by, and Aaron Davis just loves to see that big gap grow, growing in his mirror.
Well, this is a good for Femi Olat and Jared Darling are chase drivers, so they're lucky they got one more point under their belt, for that chase. So this is going to be, they're probably happy about that. They hated to see Josh, hit the ball like that, I'm sure, but good for them, bad for Josh. He's way off the pace now. He's fallen back into John Barry's category. As we're coming to the line, going to be 3 to go at the line for Aaron Davis.
2.3 second lead right now.
What a dominating run by Aaron Davis today.
And you know what? Ever since he made that 2-tire strategy at a few laps before the end of the stage, he just been running up there. I believe that was just the strategy that won him this race.
You betcha. Yep. He played it just at the perfect time. Or I should say, luck was on his side that it played out in his favor. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could have not. I mean, you take a chance on doing that, but the chance for him worked out 100% tonight. So, man, that guy needs to go to Vegas.
Absolutely. Well, look, we've got 2 laps to go, and it looks like Jared Darling is closing in on Femi. I mean, this is for points. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to catch Aaron Davis, but Jared Darling wants to gain that extra point on Femi. That could make a difference. Yep, take a look underneath.
I think he's got enough to get by Femi. It's just that he's got to choose the right time, but I'm telling you, they're coming to get the white flag this time by, so he's only got 1 more lap to do it. If he's going to do it, he better get busy.
And here comes Aaron Davis to take the white flag here at Kentucky Speedway.
White flag, nice and smooth.
But Jared Darling right there behind Femi, just doing everything he can to get around him.
Kind of backed off for a second there to cool the tires, and now he makes a big run here off the corner.
Getting a run here for second.
Oh boy, Femi's going to hold him back, but coming into the corner, I don't know. We'll have to see that.
Here we go, they're side by side. As Aaron Davis is going to come off turn number 4 for the checker flag.
Yep, and Aaron Davis grabs the win here tonight. Congratulations to him.
And coming to the line, Femi. Femi holds off Jared.
Wow,
for
great
second
run.
And they were side by side for 4th. Josh Robbins and John Barry were side by side for the 4th spot, but Josh Robbins holds him off. But congratulations to Aaron Davis. What a good run for him.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll get them guys up here and talk to them. Let me get, we'll start out with 3rd place Jared Darling. Let me start out with him because we got to wait for the other guys to get in here. Jared Darling, you got a copy.
Hey, gotcha.
Well, 3rd place tonight for you, Jared. This has got to help you and Femi, actually, for grabbing the points here tonight. But good run out there tonight. You got out there and led a lap, so you did get a bonus point.
Yeah, man, Rudy, we tried really hard tonight. I know I got 3rd, but I was just so tight with the setup. I was killing my right front all race, and I just could not figure out how to save the right front here. It was just terrible. But there at the end, I felt like I could get Femi, but it's super hard to pass here, and it's really important with the points. I wanted to finish in front of Femi tonight, and I didn't get it done, so that kind of sucks. And I lost, a couple points to him. So
yeah. Well, it was still a great run out there. I know you really tried so hard right there at the very end. We were watching you, and just every time Femi was just a tick faster on that high side. We watched the track change here tonight, Jared. I know you probably guys felt it out there, but we watched the track change. We seen the guys from being able to pass on the bottom to not being able to pass on the bottom, and the midline being just a little bit faster.
Yeah, the track definitely did change, I feel like. The first half of the race, I was pretty far off. And then the second half, I felt like I could run the bottom, actually, there on the long runs, especially. I was able to make time on the bottom. But like you said, that outside line, it was just so hard to complete that pass. So that was, like, the big issue tonight. But, you know, third is good, but like I said, I want to beat the guys I'm running for the championship, so we kind of failed that tonight. But I think we're pretty even on points tonight because I think I got a couple more stage points than he did. So it was just kind of like a draw tonight, and then Daytona. Who knows what'll happen? That's next week.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I was going to ask you about. You know, I know you guys were trying to get, you know, tonight was kind of like the night where you needed to get the most points that you could possibly get tonight going into next week because, you know, next week anybody's win next week, you know. But what's your plans? Do you have a partner, Daytona?
Any plan I try to do at Daytona never works, so I think it's just probably better to go in there without a plan.
Okay.
Because anything can happen there. I run in the back, I get in a wreck. I run up front, and I wreck the field. So I mean,
oh boy,
it's just, you know, anything can happen there. So we'll just go in there and try to win. That's all. That's what I'm trying to do. So we'll go in there and try to win. See what happens.
Congrats on third place, and anybody you want to thank tonight for this third place finish?
Yeah, thank you for broadcasting. Thanks, John Barry and everybody in NORC for showing up. We had a big number again tonight. It's awesome to see these huge, you know, truck counts. Shout out to Aaron Davis for the win. He was really fast all race. I wish I knew how he got around this place fast he did because I was way off from him. Shout out to Femi for the race at the end and John Barry for the racing there and Josh Robin. We were all racing each other pretty hard the whole race. It was a lot of fun. Shout out to everybody in chat watching. I don't know how many we have tonight, but thank you for everybody tuning in and watching.
We had 46
nice.
people tuned in.
Well,
yeah, nice.
It was shout out to all you guys watching, and come back next week. It'll be Daytona and the rest of the season. So, yep, thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you, Jared, and good luck next week.
Thanks.
Good luck out there, Jared.
Joseph, you want to take Femi?
Absolutely.
All right.
Femi, this is Joseph up in the booth. You got a copy, bud?
Yeah.
Well, great job out there tonight. It just seems like you have a very strong truck, and this was a very important race for you tonight to try to gain as many valuable points going into Daytona. Just what was so good about this race tonight? I mean, it seemed like you had a good handling truck, but just couldn't keep up with Aaron Davis, but you ended up with a second place finish holding off Jared Darling. So how was the truck out there tonight?
Truck was awful. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, that's about it. I feel like I had an awful race. Probably would have been better off with 2 tires instead of all 4. Would have been a bit more loose.
Yeah, it just seems like towards the long run of the race, seems like a lot of you guys are struggling out there just trying to find some grip out there on the worn tires. I mean, was that really, did that really make a difference in having a shot to win this race or not? Because it looked like in the long run you looked like you were struggling out there to just keep up with Aaron Davis.
Yeah, I was struggling in the center of the corner all race. I couldn't figure it out. No matter what line I ran, you know, I would trade laps with Aaron, but couldn't keep it consistent enough to get close.
Well, Daytona is next week. It's going to be a very important race there too. And like I said, tonight seemed to be very important to try to gain as many valuable points towards the championship. But you go into Daytona next week, and anything can happen there. So just try to get around the chaos and try to run up front and maybe have a shot at the win. But you know, what's your strategy for next week? What are you really looking forward to? Just try to have a good shot at the championship once we get into that in a couple weeks.
I only have 2 goals, which is to just get stage points and not wreck, because I think I have a good enough cushion. Actually, I don't even know, but I know I had bonus points coming to this round, so with that I don't have to race as aggressive as I normally would. But I just want to go for the stage points, and then whatever happens happens. I'm not going to try to force too much, especially with some people in the field.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it was a lot of fun watching you out there tonight. We thought you had a good shot at the win. You were closing in on Aaron Davis for a while, and then it just seemed like Aaron Davis just had a strong enough truck, but you ran pretty good out there. It was a good battle watching you and Aaron Davis, and then Jared Darling and the rest of the field out there. So good job on the second place finish tonight, and hopefully we'll see you up front at Daytona, and maybe you can get the shot to win there. So good luck to you next week, and congrats on the second place finish tonight.
Thanks, Joseph.
You're welcome, buddy.
Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank you two for broadcasting. I know Joseph got taken out early, and instead of getting frustrated, he just came up in the booth to have fun with you. Thanks to everybody who showed up tonight, except for Drive the 93. Thanks to John Berry for the league, and hope to see all the viewers back next week, because it will be fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good race next week. Good luck to you next week, and celebrate your second place victory, and hopefully we can see you run up front next week at Daytona. So good luck good luck next week, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, Aaron Davis, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, dominating tonight here, leading 82 laps. That was pretty impressive, Aaron. This is what you won here just a couple of weeks ago, didn't you?
No, I did not win. I think this is my first win in Kentucky ever, actually.
No, well, I meant in the league.
Oh, no, I finished third last weekend, but I won an SRA a few weeks ago.
Okay, that's what I'm getting confused. Sorry about that. Well, tell me about your race tonight here, Kentucky. Man, you did that 2-tire pit stop earlier, and just to kind of gain track position, were you a little concerned because you know them guys behind you had 4, and I know it was coming up to finishing the first stage, but were you concerned?
I wasn't really concerned. I know Femi took 2 tires as well, but that was just kind of a play to win stage points. I kind of wanted to win the stage, so I just took 2 and less fuel because I knew Josh and Jared, they were really fast, and I just wanted to try to get ahead of them and do anything I could to, win the stage.
Well, I'll tell you, this was a big win. I know you're not in the championship points, but this was a big win here for you if you've never won here at Kentucky before. So, man, that's got to mean a lot. How much practicing did you do before the race tonight?
I did absolutely 0 practice. I turned on my computer. I saw the league message. I completely forgot about the race, so I hopped in, turned some laps. I wasn't as fast in qualifying as I would have liked to have been, but I think the reason why I was so fast, and I don't even think I was the fastest truck out there tonight. I think Jared was faster than me, which is kind of weird to say, but I think the experience was kind of on my side there because I just ran the old Kentucky line back in the old tire model years ago, back when, So I ran that line. I just had great drive off all night. All those guys were faster than me, but coming off the corner, I just had great corner exit, so I think that's why I was so fast there at the end.
Well, we've seen you make a couple of passes on the high side, and we, like we were telling before here, we've seen the track changes from the beginning of the race to the end of the race, and as the race went on, it seemed like that outside line come in, and you made a couple of passes on the outside, as we've seen a lot of drivers do. Was that seemed to be the faster line around the track, at the end when you wanted to make a pass?
Oh, definitely. It was definitely the fastest line. I think throughout the race. That's when I got the lead before the stage caution. That's when I started running the high side when I took those 2 tires. I kind of ran low to get the more speed, but on a longer run, the high side had great drive off, and it really helped save your tires. So I think the high side was the best line because the low side just couldn't get a run down the back straightaway on you, And I think that's. Like I said, the high line was the best line all race, I think.
Well, now that you gave away your secret.
I didn't give away my secrets. I have my secrets.
Rudy, he's probably got 1,000 more secrets that he's gonna try out.
Probably, but there might be a few of them we don't want to know.
Now I want to point that out. Well, Aaron Davis, congratulations out there. A strong truck out there, and it was fun watching you hold those guys off. Hopefully, get to see you back running up front in the future races. We'd love to see you win some more races because that was a dominant performance tonight, buddy.
Yeah. What are you thinking about Daytona next week? What do you think about that one?
Well, Rudy, there's this. I have this long-running joke over with the SRA guys because the only tracks I've ever won at in Sim Racing Authority is at restrictor plate tracks. I call myself the Michael Waltrip of SRA. So.
All right, then.
I'm not in for points, so I'm just going to go for the win.
Then you know what? We expect you to run up there next week, buddy. And, you got to beat these championship contenders. Don't let them have it easy, buddy. Just block all you can. Just block the whole racetrack. Don't let them have it.
You got nothing to lose, Everything to gain and nothing to lose.
Just throw a wrench into things. I like doing that. It's fun.
There you
Absolutely.
Go. All right. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight, Aaron, for your victory? I know you want to go celebrate.
Oh, yeah. I want to thank John Barry for putting on the races here at NORC, everybody for a good race. I want to thank Jared and Josh and Femi and everybody I raced against tonight. I didn't have any contact with anybody tonight, not a scratch on my truck. I want to thank you and Joseph for broadcasting the race, and I want to thank the guys over at SRA for letting me run over there as well. They're opening for recruiting right now. The new season starts next week, so if you guys want to check them out, you can. And that's about it.
Okay, Aaron, congrats, and go celebrate that win, man. Well deserved. Leading
Thank you, Rudy.
82 laps, dude. That's a dominating performance.
Hey, my truck number.
The one that's on pit road, all damaged. Yeah.
It just got a little dents in it. It'll be all right next week.
All right, running down through the results here. Aaron Davis coming home with the win here. His first win at Kentucky, so congrats to him. Femi Olat in second. Jared Darling finishing third. Josh Robin fourth. John Barry fifth. Sean Williams sixth. Spencer Owens seventh. Scott Sanderson finishing eighth. He was our pole setter. Nick Alisi ninth. Tom Mercier 10th. Elijah Gracia will finish 11th. Kyle Carpenter will finish 12th. Cody Miller 13th. Curtis Martin 14th, Brendan Buzak 15th, Corey Ott 16th, Keaton Jones finishing 17th, Eric Hall 18th, Joseph DeWisha, I guess it is, DeWisha in 19th, sure. Terrell Baker finishes 20th, Scott McCann 21st, Aaron Smith 22nd, Ryan Marin 23rd, J.R. Smith 24th, Bobby Cheney 25th, Benjamin Miles 26th, Caden Henry 27th, Freddie De La Rosa 28th, Nick Northrup 29th, Isaiah Sutherland 30th, Anthony Burrows 31st, Hunter Combs 32nd, and you know who finishes 33rd.
What?
You heard
me.
Hey,
that wasn't my fault. Just blame Eric Hall and Sean. Hey, Sean Williams turned them, so I blame Sean for all that. Hey, that's okay. We won't finish it next week. I promise you. We're gonna go out strong next week at Daytona.
Very good. Well, Joseph, thank you for helping out in the booth tonight, man. That was great. You know, I learned a little bit off of you, and you learned a little bit off of me, and I hope to have you back in the booth someday. But I want you to get out there and race.
No, yeah, I was about to say, not too soon there, buddy. I mean, look, you're a great guy, and I would love to hang out with you more often. But you know, I got some racing to do, and hopefully next week at Daytona, we hopefully get to at least run all the laps and finish the race and hopefully have a good result out there. But but I think I found my backup job, Rudy. If I ever fall out of these races, you know where to look for me.
Yes, sir.
And you know what? I do want to appreciate you broadcasting these races. You've done a very good job, and
thank you.
You know, and I really want to just thank the people that watches these races. They just been very supportive, not just for me, but for anybody in this league. And you know, they've enjoyed your broadcast, and I see them just supporting any of their drivers out there every week. It's just some great broadcasting, and I just hope everyone out there that are watching right now, hopefully you guys enjoy the race out there, even though Lombard Nation got out of the race early on. But you know what? We'll bounce back. We'll fight back, and we'll get them next week at Daytona.
Roger that. All right. Well, thanks for watching tonight, folks. And we'll see you back here next week at Daytona and see what these guys can do as they continue on with their march to the championship. So till next time, stay safe and have a good night, folks.